Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for April 12th, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, this is such a fated day, and this has been a fated couple weeks, but today the universe brings in so much understanding and the feeling of how valuable the fate has been delivered into your life. That's because we have not only the moon in Taurus to feel out and really feel that value in this new self and this fate that has come in, but there is so much happening. Pluto going retrograde in Capricorn, which only happens a couple times, a year. This is like, wow, you really feel the energy. You really will subtly look back at April 12th and go, oh my gosh, this was a powerful time in my life of shifting. And that's because as Pluto goes retrograde, it really does now start to review the changes that have happened in your life. You will start to feel them. You will start to understand them. They will start to just pop up all over the space in your life, which is in this new self. This has also been the big powerful week of the Sun, Venus, and Mars, and then we had the new moon energy, which has been kickstarting the fate and really delivering a personal new message for you to come into the new self, for you to come into your new life. New relationships, fated relationships. Jupiter also as well hitting that exact place of the Venus eclipse that happened in June of last year. On top of that, Uranus and Saturn are in a perfect in conjunct. This stuff is like, you cannot make up this stuff. This is a huge moment. April 12th. Just like April 10th with the new moon, April 11th, the kind of like, okay, in the middle that I talked about yesterday. Yesterday was the middle in between the fate coming in, the fate ending. It's a 3-day like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am cycle here. And this weekend, we start to really have to courageously move forward in this new self. Mercury on its last day as well today in Pisces. So this is the end of the signs with the fate. Of course, all the fate would really come in this really weird position right when Mercury's finishing up a long retrograde period that was in for the last month and a half. You just don't make this stuff up, you know. Where you're at is kind of destined right now. The people that are around you are destined. Everything's destined. But more importantly, you are at the position in your life based off how you courageously moved into that energy. The universe opened up the doors very heavily with a huge 6-planet, really tight conjunction that happened last month in Pisces, and that opened up your soul. Now, you and what you've done with that and the courage to move forward into it and the direction you're pushing in your life is up to you. And this is one more week left of Aries, especially the Sun and Mars are about to follow themselves here for quite a while, for about the next 4 or 5 days, very heavily. And really, actually, it's by next week they perfectly meet up. So this is the last week of the push into the new self. The 12th, with Pluto retrograding, will start to release the new structure of your life to start to see how it's holding up. You've done a lot of work for the last 6 months. Now it's time, since September of 2012. Now it's time to see what this all meant. What this all meant since September, especially the Saturn in Scorpio transit we've been going through. The new desires, the new self, the new cutting away, or the cutting away of all the old self and the new self coming here, and how this all makes sense. So I hope you feel things out. Learn to appreciate the fate that is coming in, the relationships that are coming in, the new values of self, the new you that is plopping here on this planet. And take in consideration that all the signs are everywhere, and that this is the last week to really push you in this direction. I'm sure you're feeling it. This is the big push here. And you spend today appreciating the value of this new self, knowing your true desires, but more importantly, starting to really understand that the fate has come here for a reason, and for you to look back at the last 6 months, at the last year, at the last couple years, at different synchronized points that I've talked about, to really start to put together the most wildest, crazy puzzle that makes you go, have we been just watching a movie? Because the truth is that the more you open up to all this, you're going to realize that all this is fated, all this is destined, and it's all happening exactly at the periods that the universe are speaking back to us. Look at April of 2012 of last year. That was when you felt this really crazy shift. Then it came into this May-June energy of 2012, which really brought a lot of destiny that we are coming to understand now. We are coming to understand why the events of 2012 happened, and this next week, we are starting to understand so much of this real person we need to be, and it's all right now. So follow this fate, follow this destiny. This is the last weekend of my anniversary sale. Check me out, inclusiveiastrology.com. Discount code for new customers is anniversary. Discount code for existing customers is I love you. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, you can email me, davidpalmer@inclusiveiastrology.com, and I'll see you guys this weekend for the weekend forecast.